The man was working with a chainsaw, but this chubby guy didn't get hurt at all. Instead, the chainsaw malfunctioned. The chubby guy was climbing stairs, but it was wobbling so much it almost fell. He strapped the chainsaw to his belt, and it ended up cutting through the ladder. Then, the man picked up a hammer. At this moment, a sister walked by. The man swung the hammer, and the head of the hammer flew off. It nearly hit the sister on the head. The hammer head fell into a bucket of water. The sister got angry, and she was about to climb up to scold them, but the ladder was broken, and the three people were fixing the equipment on top. Suddenly, the equipment slipped down, and it hit the sister. Oops, they made trouble again. The three rushed down to save her, but two of them accidentally hit the sister again. Just as the chubby guy was about to fall, the two dragged the sister away, but they ended up knocking the sister over again. Then the chubby guy fell down, and he hit the sister again. This time, the sister fainted completely, so the three woke her up with water and accidentally poured out a hammer. The sister was having a really unlucky day, meeting these three mischief makers. One day, a package was thrown from a car. The sister unzipped it, and a little hand reached out and punched her in the face. The sister was somersaulted by the punch. When she opened the package, there were three adorable kids inside. They were Mo, Larry, and Curly, but these three kids were too mischievous, and by the time they were 30, no one had adopted them. One day, the director gathered everyone and announced that the orphanage was going to close unless they could come up with $830,000. They couldn't keep it open. To save the orphanage, the three boys decided to ride bikes to the city to work, and so they set off. They started looking for jobs on the streets, with signs hanging around their necks. A woman said her husband was suffering, and if they helped her kill him, she would pay them $830,000. The three thought it was an easy job. Curly belly bumped the man, and he went flying and happened to hit a bus and was dragged along by a cleaning truck. The three thought they had done a great job, but the woman was so angry that she drove off. The three chased after her to her house. It turned out this man was her husband. So, the three were thrown out of the yard again, thinking they hadn't completed their mission. They chased to the hospital. The man was lying in bed with a cast on, and when he heard the three coming, he hid in the cast. Mo lit a firecracker and put it in the cast. A hand reached out of the cast and threw the firecracker out. Mo picked up the firecracker and threw it back. There was a loud bang, and the cast was blown up. The three looked in, and the man's face was covered in soot. He shouted for help, and the three ran away. They ran to the rooftop and found no way out, and they had an idea. They pulled out a fire hydrant pipe and jumped out together. The fire hydrant was torn off, and the three fell to the ground and hit a man unexpectedly. He was a benefactor. The guy told the three the secret of making money, so the three set off happily. Curly was watering the plants. Look closely. The ground was covered with fish. They heard that fish farming could make big money, so the three brothers spent all their money and bought thousands of fish. They thought they would make $830,000 as soon as the fish hatched, but in no time, the fish were all dead. Curly kicked them, thinking the big fish were just taking a nap. While they were fantasizing about the future, the police came in their patrol car. It turned out they were selling fish illegally on a golf course. The three quickly slipped out of the course to evade the police chase. They ran into an alley. They picked up Curly and rammed the door open, and then they argued in the small house. It was like a spectacular performance. It turned out they had accidentally broken into a TV studio. The director immediately signed them up as actors and sponsored the orphanage. That day, the director held a celebration party, and they came on skateboards. They hadn't even entered the door when they bumped into the security guard. They brought balloons to the party and kindly gave them to a little girl, but accidentally fired a gun, and the little girl fell into the cake. At this point, Curly pushed the wooden board again and pushed the sister into the pool. These three were such funny and silly fools, but they finally saved the orphanage.